All right. Hi everyone. I want to thank all my VOD watchers, my VOD viewers. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching the VODs. Seriously, I really do appreciate it. So, wonderful news. The fabulous Marines we exceeded our goal of raising $10,000 USD for the Trevor Foundation. We've exceeded by $375 so far. I know many of my new friends have set goals for themselves, which haven't been met yet. So there's more money to come for sure. Just because the goal's been met doesn't mean that we can't raise some more. I'll be perfectly honest, guys. I plan on fundraising for this until the end of the year. It's just such a fantastic cause that I believe in. Yeah. See, it says 193 days to go. That's how many days are left in the year. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, yeah. So, gone live. I'm gonna take care of my. Oh, I'm gonna take care of my captions. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Yeah, there you go. That's good. I'm gonna take care of my social posts. There you go. Something to do, while we wait for people to rolling. I'm almost an hour early, right, from my regular stream time. So who knows? Who knows what will happen? I'm also streaming in a new category that I've never streamed in before, which is the art category. It's why not? I've seen many of my new friends stream in that category, so why not? Okay, let's add a picture. What picture are we gonna add? We're gonna add. I'm gonna add my new schedule. I'm gonna add my new schedule. That's what I'm gonna do. New schedule. Yeah, so new schedule, folks. Monday through Thursday, instead of 7 days a week. I found myself having many things to do on Fridays, and I found myself wanting to go and rest up before going to the shop to do different things, be it play Magic the Gathering or Warhammer on Saturdays and Sundays. Well, Sunday's just a good rest day. So yeah, that's what I've decided. There you go. So let's take care of our social posts. Let's tweet Monday through Thursday. Later. There you go. Oh, I'd already posted it last stream. Okay. Well, anyway. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so let's go back here. Uh-huh. Okay. So here I am. Just making sure. There you go. Yeah, it's a little bit better. So yeah, with my new what the heck? Okay, hang on. Gotta take care of something here. So with my new setup, it should be real nice and sharp. As long as I'm, hang on, come up like this. Why isn't the autofocus working? Okay, so now it's working. It's not as sharp as I would like it to be, I'll be honest. It's pretty good. What I'm gonna do here is try to put on the kit lens. Kit lens might be better. As silly as it might sound. Yeah. I'm nice and sharp down here. Yeah, this is pretty. It's pretty sharp nonetheless. Okay. Okay, so without further ado, we can start. I can start putting some glue on these bases. Well, is my thing glued in? It's possible. Okay. There you go. It's finally coming out. All right, so we get to spread this. Oops, we get to spread this here. Using a toothpick is a pretty good method, if I do say so myself. There. And whoops. Right. So I've got a method to this. The method is pouring. There you go. It's pretty good. There you go. So this is one mini done. There you go. That was not too shabby. Okay, let's get a few of them lined up. Because there are quite a few of these guys. Let me see, how many orange ones are there? Yeah. So I'm gonna take care of the orange ones first. Just because why not? Where'd my toothpick go? Okay, there you go. Okay. Might as well show what we're up to. There you go. This guy done. Yeah, so we'll take care of all the orange ones first. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're taking care of this part first. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. There. I bought a whole gallon yesterday of this clear glue at the craft store. I managed to make it into we have a chain of craft stores in Canada called Michael's, so I managed to make it to Michael's, which is in a different town I'm in. Yeah, it was good. I found quite a few things. There we go. Pour that back here. Yeah, that's a pretty nifty little process, isn't it? Quite fun. Ooh, this one's fancy. We're getting close to the end of this one. This perhaps. I'll go and get that gallon later on when I see that I'm actually kind of done. This little guy. Hey, Gabby. See what I'm doing? You wanna come and see? What? Look, I'm doing the bases like this. See? Look.
Cat litter?
No, it's not cat litter. It's a mix of these three different things. I got this at Michael's yesterday. Jasmine spotted it. So this is ballast. This is talus. This is stuff I ordered from Ontario. Nice small stuff. I got stuff to do bases forever. I wanted to show my wife because I love her and I like to share with her what I'm up to. Cat litter. What the I'm the one changing the cat litter. Clearly you don't know. It's not cat litter at all. Cat litter doesn't have as many Exactement. Okay, now this one's a little. This one's a little weird because I don't know what this guy was doing, but I'm gonna do my own thing to these on top of whatever he was up to. What happens when you buy used? Sometimes it's unfortunate that not all my guys will have the same bases, but it's okay. I mean, I just don't have the materials to do what he was up to, so. Yeah, so we're gonna have some, you know, these bases are gonna be finished. I am not going to be, no, there's nothing wrong with these guys, by the way, but I'm not gonna be one of those guys that shows up at the hobby shop with minis that are unfinished. It's just not how I roll. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that worked. That worked quite well. There you go. So all the orange ones are done. Now, oh shit, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful with my table though, my desk. I've got this nifty little setup here with the mat isn't super big, but it looks so much better than that black piece I was using. This is lighter. It's much better in my humble opinion. I don't want it up there. Oh, I can put it on top here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I can start bringing some back. Okay, so I'm gonna take care of the red ones now. Yeah, we're gonna take care of all the red ones. I'm gonna bring them all over here, and maybe I'll bring this one back. Yeah, we're gonna take care of the. We're gonna take care of the red ones. All the red ones. Is that it for the red ones? 2, 4, 6, 7. And then there's 2, 4, 6, 8 green ones. There's a bunch of blue ones. Yeah, those are. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they're different colors. Okay. Where else are we going with this? Oh yeah, right. Sip of water. Okay. Ah. There. Let's spread this glue all around. we go. Everywhere's. All right. There you go. Here, the red one. Toss that back in here. Next one. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ, seriously. Okay. There. It's a heck of a good start. Hell yeah. Now for my Sylvaneth. Oh my gods, guys, do I have something special planned? Okay. Yeah, the rocks are gonna have some shinies. Yep. Rocks are gonna have some shinies. Some. Not gonna be all shiny. Just gonna have some shiny. Something else my daughter spotted. My gosh, she spotted that. She was like, yeah, this would look really good, right? I was like, yeah. Yeah, that would. Totally would, daughter. Yes, yes, yes. She's full of good ideas, that kid. There you go. This is really fun. I'm really enjoying this. Well, maybe... Yeah, no, never mind. Can't quite remember what I was going to say. Anyway, yeah. Let's keep going. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So I've tried streaming under Makers and Crafting. I've tried streaming under now Art. And then there's a good old Warhammer category, which might be best, because I'm getting lost in the thousands and thousands. Yeah, I'm not having much faith in art. I'm gonna switch it. I don't know. My gut's telling me to switch it. But I'm part of a great team, the Fabulous Marines. So, I don't know what to say. I can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, it's all good. There. Another red one. Three more. Three more. Pour this into there. Okay. There you go. Ouch. Pokey. Pokey. Oh my gosh, there's some pokey in there. Some ouchy pokey. Okay. There you go. There's some pretty big fucking rocks on the side here. There. Okay. This one's done. Two more. Well, I'm gonna need to start moving some because I've got too many here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Excuse me. All right. Okay. This one's here. All right. Uno mas. Oh, time flies. Been doing this, what? 30 minutes already. Wow. Feels like 2 minutes. I'm not kidding. That's a sign you're having fun, right? It's called a passe-temps in French, right? Hobbies. So, you pass the time. Ok, bonne journée, ma belle. Bye, Gabriel. Je t'aime beaucoup. There you go. There. And one more red one. And we've got a bunch of green ones. Okay. Let's get this in everywhere. There. Oh. There you go. Okay, that's it for the red ones. All right, let me get those back in there. All right, I'm gonna bring the green ones over. Hang on. Okay. Those are pretty. So those are pretty special. Ah, you guys can't see them. Yeah, they're just off camera. You'll see them as I bring them in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 of them. And then there's gonna be the blue ones. Shit. So many. Okay. Gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. There you go. Yeah. I shouldn't. Anyway, I'm talking to myself. I shouldn't. I shouldn't wipe my stick, my toothpick, against the side here, because it makes it so that there's a bunch that um, yeah, so clearly something wrong with the category I'm in. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's go into makers and crafting, I guess. Maybe. Warhammer. I am simply working on Warhammer. Fine, that's where my gut tells me it should be, so fuck it, that's where I'll be, right? Okay, what am I doing? Okay, yes, right, next one. Okay, next one. Takes a while for this glue to come down. I want to finish this actual glue before I use a new one. I have no idea. That was the start of something. Anyway, I don't know what the frack that guy was gonna do, but I'm going over it. So there you go. We're done with the toothpick. Now come in with we'll call it the substrate, I guess. There. Oh, I need my phone. I'll be right back. What was it I wanted? Oh yeah, I wanted to double check my messages and stuff. Okay. Where am I going with this? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, phone's here now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Wow, this one's gonna be tricky. Like, So many different spots. Okay. Oh, I missed a whole section. Jesus fuck. Yeah, well, I guess it's where I'll be sticking grasses and stuff. Maybe. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. Let's go and see here. There you go. Yeah, sadly, the bottom of that little mushroom got lost in the shuffle. Okay. All right, we can start bringing back some green goblins. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. get that in there. Okay. Oh, Lexi's heart. Hi. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. I do. I'm not gonna say I love war games yet because I haven't played. I haven't actually played Age of Sigmar or 40k yet, but I've been watching gameplay. And yeah, it's something I want to do. So soon. And I've got this Gloomspit Gitz army ready to hit the table. It is Fabulous Marines. When I found out about the Fabulous Marines, I believe right in the founders stream first. I fell in love with the idea right away, and I just signed up, and yeah, the rest is history. I absolutely if I do say so myself, I fit right in. People of like mind, you know. Oh, and by the way, you can control the lights behind me using channel points. That's really cheap. It's really inexpensive, and thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Subs can do it on the fly, just using actual, exclamation point, the color you want command. Anyway, any questions? Poke around, have a look. I try to make this a fun and inclusive space that's as chill as possible. So yeah, there you have it. And I'm very much a variety streamer, but I've been doing exclusively Warhammer for the last, I don't know, week or two. Oh no, I've played a little bit of Magic the Gathering the other day, like on Monday, I think, as a stream. But I do music, I do vocals plus guitar. I do Lego building, Gunpla building, chill video games. So 2 years, nice. And to be fair, I have played Star Wars X-Wing, which is a war game, with the little ships and everything. So yeah, so I have played, and I've played Battle Lore way back in the old days, and Command and Colors Ancients. Those are war games per se. But yeah, X-Wing. Oh, when you say did they kill the game? Oh, sorry to hear that. I had friends back in, like, they're 1,000 kilometers away now, but I had friends that were really big time into that. And I sold my entire collection in the middle of COVID because I was just depressed. I was like, we're never gonna get to play this again in person. And anyway. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it is a good game, assuming it's still going. Well, you know how games come and go, and they get killed sometimes for whatever reason, and well, that's one that they sort of they released like a version 2.0 at some point, right? So, oh, he got in right at the start of the pandemic. Oh, that's too freaking bad. How did you manage to play? Did you play on Tabletop Simulator, or did you have back where I used to live? We were allowed bubbles, so you were allowed like 10 people. That would be part of your bubble. So you could have friends and family at some point, but anyway, that's in the past. I don't want to talk about that. My God, what an awful time that was. So yeah, doing bases for the first time. I mean, I did my first few last night, last evening, off stream. You know, I just kind of. It's rare that I'll do something for the very first time on stream. I can get a little bit of practice in first. It was the same with painting miniatures. I got it right. Some TT Sim, some with my brother who lives with me. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Glad to hear. Yeah, we're a household of 4. My wife and I and my 2 kids. So, you know, thankfully we did manage, you know, to get some board games played and a few different things and entertainment, you know. And it wasn't like living completely alone. But there were people I knew that were living completely alone, and yeah, that was disheartening. Yeah. Oh, you did 80 plus bases for mini. Well, I bought this used collection that was basically painted, and only half of them had the bases done. Now let me show you what this guy did for bases. Heck of a lot more talented than I am. Here's a big one. So like nice big slate type of rocks, and he made his own mushrooms and stuff. And I mean, my God, this guy's been doing this for 20 years. So, but half of the collection doesn't have, like, the bases aren't done. So I want to do them because once I hit the table with them, I don't want to have half my army. Well, half my army will look weird, of course. Like, it's not gonna, they're gonna be like, those bases, you know, don't look that great in comparison. But you know, I'd rather have something than nothing, right? So, but I'm not done. Like, this is sort of just the beginning. I'll be adding some green to this. Oh, you used to repaint bases. Nice. A lot of people have told me about 3D printing being, you know, something that a lot of people do in this line of hobby, which looks very interesting. But yeah, I'm not ready to get into that. Not yet, anyway. Whoop! I gotta hit the mic. Almost. With the games, I played the official models, 3D printed. Okay. And I guess there's plans you can find online, so to speak. Like, are they called plans? I don't know. Like model files or files that will allow you to print, like Games Workshop minis, I guess, and stuff. STLs. Okay. Well, there you go. Learn something new every day. So, if someone talks about their STLs, I'll know that they're talking about their 3D printing files. Those files must be big. They must contain a lot of information. And maybe I'm way off and the files are small. I don't know. But yeah, if you've got the technical skills and you've got the plastic, why not print your own? There. And everything I'm doing now, I've learned from streamers. I've watched them do that. All legally distinct. Okay, I got you. But when you hit the tabletop with friends and stuff, you're allowed to say this is X, you know, for any minis. Is my understanding anyway. Say I didn't have a certain leader or whatever. I would be allowed to say, okay, this mini As long as I made it a little bit different there, obviously. Say I made its cap pink or something. Okay, this pink cap, which is unique to my collection here, this is, you know, X liter that I don't actually have. That's my understanding, that you're allowed to sort of do that, so. I got you. I absolutely love building minis. I'm picking up a collection later today. They're built, but they're not painted. And it's a huge collection of... they're not painted. He's got maybe 6 models. 6 minis are been painted out of many, many dozens anyway. Only big tournaments really care for... what you show is what you get, I guess. Okay. What was I gonna say? That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, yes. I'm picking up a Space Wolf collection. It's a big collection. Like, it's well over 2,000 points. I haven't counted the points, but I've counted the amount of money it's worth, and it's worth nearly 2,000 Canadian dollars. So, I'm picking it up for a really good price, and I'm happy because, well, I'll be able to paint them, and it gets my foot into 40K, which I definitely, you know, will want to try at some point. And there's a vibrant community for both Age of Sigmar and 40K where I live. But there's a strong, I would say it's about 60% Age of Sigmar. So, so a little bit more people that really love Age of Sigmar. So I decided to start with Age of Sigmar. And to be honest, just everything appeals to me. Yep. Well, Canada is a beautiful country. I'll say that, and I would recommend. I would recommend it for. I would definitely recommend it for many reasons. But hey, if you have any questions, don't be shy to ask. I don't want to hop into any sort of hot topic subject. What country do you live in now, if you don't mind my asking? My wife does a lot of recruiting, and she's often hiring people from other countries. Not often, but it happens when they have the technical skills that she needs. She's an HR director, so she does a lot of different things. But in USA, good stuff. Many people live in USA. I would say half my friends on Twitch are from the USA. 25% are from somewhere in Europe, and the other 25% are in New Zealand and or Australia. So, well, that's it. I have heard of. Yeah. It's. I completely understand. As a trans person, it's fucking scary. Is what it is. And don't get me wrong, we have had some backward moments in Canada where, abortions have been legal since the 70s here, right? But there's some groups sometimes that manage to make a lot of noise to try and, revert that. And I hate that the media picks up so much on it because it's a very, very tiny minority, right? Yeah. Completely. Where was I going with this? Oh, okay. I've got one more. Okay, I'm gonna bring those over because I've got too many. All right, 1, 2, 3. This one. My you can't see it, but I have you know, many people use those cookie sheets to carry their guys. My cookie sheet is really full. Like I can't fit one more mini on there. So it's a little bit of puzzle work every time I put a mini on there, or I get close to the end like this. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this one's got a cute little thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna be careful not to. Whoop! My gosh, keep hitting my mic, because I'm getting close to the end of this glue. But on happier topics, I'm starting a new army. I got printed and primed. Gonna try and paint it tomorrow soon. Oh, that's awesome. My gosh. Yeah. Well, once everything is primed, it's so it feels real, right? It feels like all right. I'm this, you know, will be a unit. So recently I built the Lady of Vines from the Sylvaneth army, and she's, oh man, she's absolutely gorgeous. My gosh, she and it's my first time spending so much, because I'm new to the hobby, right? It's my first time spending so much on one single mini, right? It was 60 Canadian dollars for. There's only a 30% difference, by the way, between, you know, US dollars and Canadian dollars, as you might have gathered. That's the cutest little thing that he added anyway, that the guy that sold me this. I don't know if you can see it well. Yeah, see, this cute little bug. Whoop. It's for a skirmish game style game, kind of like Kill Team. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. Oh, there you go. So I managed to not put too much glue around that guy. So I'm gonna remove some. There you go. Perfect. So we can still see it. It's awesome. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, normally I waited a little bit longer. Okay. All right. Okay, before I hop into the blue units, I'm going to take care of some leader type of units, or casters, or whatever you want to call them. Clearly they're different. I've got them here. You'll see them. You'll see them shortly, but they're very nice and different. With how the bases are primed, I'm guessing whoever painted them before was using the GW priming stick thing. Oh, maybe I don't know what that is. Well, these don't have that crap on them, whatever it was called. Yeah, I'm gonna try changing that lens for the next stream, because I've got a nice, like, what is it, 19 millimeter a 2.8, and it's doing a pretty good job at how sharp is this? Like, is this sharp enough? I don't know. Say I'm working like this. It's pretty sharp, but it could be sharper. It's basically a large stick with a bunch of rubber bands. You can normally see some bare spots around the rims of the bases when it's used. When it's still very sharp, but I think autofocus is actually hurting you. Ah, okay. Right. Well, the thing is I'm gonna. I'm gonna be working at different spots, right? I'm working here. Sometimes I'm put my elbows on the table, and I'm gonna be working here. Stupid autofocus, yeah. And that's the thing, right? I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm gonna be working in different positions, I could see the logic, right? For sure. So I don't know. I don't know how the pros do it. Now I'm using two, pro grade cameras, but yeah, this one is new. Like I've only bought it a couple weeks ago, and well, maybe a little bit more than that, but yeah, it's already the fastest it can be, and it's not. That's the thing. It's not a Sony lens, right? So that's where the autofocus might be not quite as snappy. Oh yeah, ad time. No worries. Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep going at this. Yeah, so anyway, because of ad time, I won't be saying anything all that interesting. Yeah, let me know when you're back, And all right. So there we go. So we got this stuff in the back. My gosh. It's tricky to get the glue in there, I'll tell you that. My gosh. Yeah. Knowing you're back. Speaking of trans people, I have come across two trans people in this community that are streamers. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't think I've ever found a community, with two predominant, like in the Lego community, okay, as an example. I'm big time in the Lego community. We have one, openly trans woman, and in this community so far I've met two, and one of them was so fantastic. I gave them my Prime sub right away because I happened to be up, and I was like, we just clicked right away. Absolutely fantastic. So okay, back from the mandated corporate spill. Yes. I hope you saw something fun. Sometimes some ads are funny, and I really appreciate you watching the ads. We do get revenue from that, and it's absolutely fantastic. But if this community keeps growing the way it has, like I've gotten so many new followers, but I don't know. Right now I'm not streaming. Okay, this is my normal start time, 8 a.m. See, I was on a whole hour early. So now there'll be some people trickling in that normally come and watch me. But it was lonely before you got here. Yeah, and I really appreciate you, taking the time to come in and say hi and introduce yourself. It's absolutely fantastic, and it means so much. And yeah, and to be perfectly honest, I'm 100% okay with people just watching the ads, instead of subbing, right? And as long as I know when they're up, people let me know. I don't talk about much, and there we go. It's fine. I'll talk about the weather. Really beautiful sunny day where I am. It's gorgeous. There we go. So this is one of the, I'm assuming leaders, or maybe it's just a caster, but my god, the details on this. The purple eyes. Let's see if I can... Look at those purple eyes. Exactly, several allies. Well, of course, like, the Fabulous Marines themselves being, you know, it's part of the core, right? It's part of the core of the team. You know it's going to be a safe space, you know, if you go in any streams where it's a Fabulous Marine. I'm trying to think. One of them was definitely a Fabulous Marine. The other, I can't remember. But yeah, I have met 2 trans people that were streaming. And I wish I could remember their names. My gosh, I met them yesterday. I'm really bad with names. I'll eventually remember. But yeah, you will find them. It's wonderful. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna need to make some more of that mix soon. But anyway, I'll keep going. Okay, it's all good. Yeah. I'll remember faces, right? And sometimes I'll click on one of my streamers I'm following, and I have no idea what the heck that is. Maybe I'm gonna go and unfollow them because maybe it's a follow I made by mistake. But no, next thing you know, I click on there. I'm like, oh yeah, I know this person. My gosh, how could I ever think about unfollowing them? You know. I remember faces. And what I remember most about people is how they made me feel when I first met them. You know, were they cold and distant? Were they warm and fuzzy? You know, and especially in this community, I'm asking so many damn questions that. And I'm autistic, right? So it's part of my traits is definitely to ask a lot of questions because I need to fully understand things and how they work, you know, before I do them. And people have been over the top helpful and patient, answering all my questions. There. There you go. My brain's weird. I'm great with faces and math and hearing conversations I remember for a very long time, but names just slip my mind. Same here. Same here. My gosh. I was with so-and-so. I can't remember their name, but we had this conversation, and I'll be able to pretty much say verbatim what was said on both sides. It's crazy. Yeah. The community on Twitch, like in general, any hobby, be it Gunpla, Lego building, or Warhammer, you know, like the makers and crafting type of community. Same here. I'll be able to tell you the outfit they were wearing. I'll be able to let you know what the weather was like outside, and you know, the colors of the wall and the painting that was on the wall to my left and the one to the right, and yeah, like highly visual memory of events, and like that's any useful. But anyway, because you know, to make friends, it's a hell of a lot easier if you can remember someone's name, right? People like to hear their name. They'll be like, "Oh, hi Nick," you know, and it feels good. But my God, you know, it's it's just not a gift I have. But I'll be like, I remember you. We played Magic together on such and such a date, and you know, you were playing this deck, and I was playing this deck, and you made this move, and I made that move, and I made this play and that play, and yeah, and many of the things, you know, and I've only been diagnosed for 2 years, but I understand now why it's been so difficult my whole life to make meaningful kind of connections with people. Because there's so many things stacked against me to do that, you know, efficiently. So, But it's all good. We learn, you know. I get therapy. I get help. Um, and yeah, it's all good. I take my meds every morning and every time before I go to bed. Different meds that help me with different things. The most important one, I would say, that I really can't live without is one I take for impulsiveness due to my Tourette's. Oh my gosh, if I did not take that, I'm very jumpy at everything, and I'll explode, you know, for no reasons. No, I'm gonna say rational reasons. But yeah, some meds are literally the reason I'm still married and I'm still able to live with my kids and stuff. It's that good and that powerful. So yeah, and then you'll find it's one of the things I talk about a lot. I talk openly about mental health. I talk openly about seeing a psychiatrist every couple months, and you know, it's a constant adjustment. I'm in the middle of that particular med for impulsiveness is one of the things I'm working on. So my anxiety meds. Yeah, that's true. And my anxiety meds are the ones I need the most. Like before I got on them, I was going through 10. Oh my god, yeah. I can count on one hand the number of panic attacks I've had in my life, but I can tell you in great detail what they were like. And I mean, I literally felt and thought I was going to die, and that's really scary. Yeah, very very big advocate of mental health here as well, and I think my wife says I talk about mental health too much, and I talk about my diagnoses and everything too much, especially in social settings. You know, she it's only been a couple of years, right? But you know, we'll meet new people, or we'll meet some members of our family, of our extended family, like cousins or second cousins. And it's one of the things that will eventually come up in conversation, and I bring it up every chance I get. And anyway, she doesn't like that. She doesn't always like that. So, and I can understand. You know, it's for me to, you know, it's for me to live with and deal with, and she's getting more and more okay with it, I would say. Oh my gosh, this is a tricky one. Wow. Okay, let's see what we can do here with the toothpick, cause.
C'est beau?
Hey, c'est super beau, là. C'est beau ce que tu portes. Là, t'as vu le groupe de Magic, là?
Oh, non.
Tu devrais aller voir s'il y a quelqu'un qui parle de jouer aujourd'hui. Ben ouais. There you go. That was my daughter. We speak French at home, so you'll hear some French on this channel. It's inevitable. She's perfectly bilingual, so if she comes on stream, and she does sometimes, you know, she'll speak English and we'll speak English together. And it's a little bit funny and awkward at times because, well, it's not the language we normally speak with each other, but we can do it. Sure. I can definitely get wanting to talk about it. Yeah, it's maybe it's because it's still so new, or I don't know, but in my mind, it's about like taking the taboos and like just fucking shattering them. You know, that's what it's about. And And I don't necessarily swear a lot, by the way, but when I do, it's in order to have a meaningful impact. You know. What did Nick just say? Oh my gosh, yeah, he really meant that. But yeah, taboos, you know, shattering them to smithereens. For me, that's what it's about. Jesus. Hang on. Ah, there you go. I want to... Ah, there you go. Much prettier. There you go. Oh my gosh. This is such a gorgeous piece. Look at that. Yeah, definitely a caster. Of sorts. I'm streaming. So I'm
what are you doing on stream?
I'm doing my bases.
As-tu mis la masked?
No, not yet. I'm doing the bases. I'm doing this part right now. And I'm almost, well, I'm not almost done. I would say I'm 3/4 done maybe, or 2/3. So, yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. There you go. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 9 guys left to do.
Oh my god, look, Papa.
What?
These have pockets.
Oh my god, you have a skirt with pockets. Those pockets is...
There's almost never pockets.
I know, it's fantastic. Oh, I missed this guy. Okay, I'm gonna do this guy next. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, yeah, a skirt with pockets. Like, no matter how many times I find one with them. Yeah. My wife's the same way. She's like, and whenever it doesn't, she likes to complain about it. She's like, oh, the friggin' thing's useless, right? And, Yep. I understand. Nowadays, especially, it's a place to put your phone, you know? Alright, so. Okay, right, more glue. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be patient on this thing. It's been an hour and a half, and I really haven't taken a break. So and I don't really feel like one either. So I would say my stamina is doing pretty well, which is always a struggle with me usually. Normally can't stream for very long. Like 2 hours is my max. But this morning, I feel like I'm gonna be able to do 3 hours. That's my goal. So I try to make it. If I don't, I don't. But it's the fact that I started early that's gonna help. And yeah. Okay, what a mess this one is. Guess it's like the last little leader, caster, whatever they are. Okay. Oh yeah, right. I did. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. I put some glue. Um, Rory, hi. This is my daughter, by the way. She's so sweet. She does come on my stream from time to time. She's she's just downstairs, right? She's just one floor away, and but she's the best kid I could ever ask for, because she taught me so much about myself. And I say kid, my gosh. Well, she's 13. Sorry for talking about your age, but, you know. It is a quote-unquote mature stream. But if someone is here that's under 18, I really don't care. Because, like in Quebec where I live, it's not taboo to, you know, use swear words and stuff. So it's different in different parts of the world. So, and as I said earlier, I only use swear words for impact. So, I find it's only effective if it's used sparingly. There you go. See there, Lexi. You know, she heard you talk about your pockets, and it's exciting. Exciting times. Oh my gosh, I'm so close. I won't have enough stuff. Yeah, that's sad. I won't have enough stuff to do them all. There's just no way. Got this little. I ordered a pair. It looked like they had some, and they were fake. Yeah, when they just have that one line, and it's just, yeah. Oh yeah. So, you guys are almost the same color, so it's hard to tell you apart. But yeah, no, I know exactly which ones you're talking about, Rory. The ones you showed me. I believe it was yesterday. Yeah. Okay, so I gotta, well, there you go. I'm gonna pour some here. There you go. Pour some here. And get a few rocks. I'm gonna redo that mix. We're running out of stuff. There. And thanks, by the way. It was my daughter that spotted this yesterday at the craft store. It's a great mix. Okay, what this mix needs is a little bit more of this. A little bit more of this, what is it called? Ballast. There. I'm spotting it. I should try making slime. Yeah, I could make slime on stream one of these days. That's true. That could be fun. I remember when you used to make some. Something you can definitely do this summer. Now that you're done school, right? There. That resembles the rest of the mix that I've got going. I need like 1 or 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Go. As promised, I am back. There. Okay. So let's see. Why don't you have a lot of points? Oh, well, you need to watch more. You should lurk. You know, every time I go to stream, you should be on my page, and you can mute me and you'll still accumulate points, right? Sorry, I have to have my noise cancelling or panic attacks are common to happen, but I'm back now with my main pair. Can I give you point? No, I wish I could. There's those are managed by Twitch. So in other words, yeah, it's the Twitch. You know, you have to watch. Yeah, you have to be. You know, you have to be on my page when I'm live to accumulate points. But if you want something, you should get a Baby Grogu redeem points. Yeah, sure. I could. Like a nice little video. Yeah, I could. Find one. Find a little clip somewhere, and forward it off to me, and I can add it. Well, like a GIF. You could find a GIF. I'll show you how. I'll show you how later. But what did you want? Did you want a particular color in the back? I can switch that for you. You know, look, we can switch that to purple. I know you like purple. There, purple. Oh, there we go. My gosh, eh? I know it. We know each other so well. I know you so well. I've known you for 13 years. I've known you your whole life. So, you know, that's. I read your mind. Yes, I did. I think it works out to be. It works out to be about 15 minutes worth of viewing time for one of those redeems. There's the fun let me see, like balloons. Yeah, I've made stuff really cheap, so there you go. You know, fun stuff, happy stuff, you know. Does wargaming interest you? Oh, there we go. It's a good question. It's a good question. Okay. All right, let's keep going. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, and we've got 9 units left. Then we'll be done with the goblins. Well, no, not done. We'll have this part done. Then we'll figure out what we'll add next. I have some little tuft of grass. I have all sorts of stuff, all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm gonna say that technically this army is mine, but my daughter appropriated it for herself. When she saw it, she was like, "Oh my gosh, these are so pretty." So when we do eventually get to go out and war game, the plan is for her to play this army, I believe, and I'll play the Sylvaneth. My Sylvaneth is coming along, but it's not ready. So of course, well, when it will be time to learn and stuff, we're gonna bring this army, and you know, we'll learn together and stuff. It's all good. Whoops, should be doing this here. Yeah, I've set it up so that I need to be doing stuff right over this mat. As long as I do stuff right over this mat, it's on camera. It's there. There. Wendell Blue Goblin done. Next. Ah, yep. No worries. Oh yes, right. The there you go. There. Okay. You know how we back of my head, can you see it? This? I don't know if you can see it that well. And I'm sure it's grown in quite a bit, so. Yeah, I missed the guide came off. The guide came off, so I've got a nice little part of my hair right in the back that's weird. But then again, so much about me is weird. That's just one more thing. It doesn't matter. There. Yeah, that was really a lot to do all at once. But I'm going to have some real fun with the Sylvaneth. For the Sylvaneth, I plan on putting some rocks. And the rocks are going to be those blue shiny things that we got yesterday. It's gonna be pretty sweet, and the rest is all gonna be foliage. It's gonna be like green, it's gonna be moss, it's gonna be tufts of grass. They're gonna be in the forests. There. Oh, you sent me something on Discord? Okay. Okay, I can have a look. Oh my god, I have so many servers, it's insane. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'll be able to use those, Jasmine, for sure. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, it I'm not gonna do that on stream because it's stream maintenance. It's gonna take me maybe 10 minutes to program that properly. I program my own bot using Mix It Up. But yeah, I can definitely set that up as a redeem. It will be fun. Oh, stretch. Yes, good point. I do need to stretch. I'm gonna go around my chair a couple times too. Both ways. There you go. That was a good stretch. Thanks for the reminder. There you go. Sorry, I chose which. Yeah, that's a fun little game I have going on my stream. Oh, I love your umbrella. Your parachute. Oh wow, look at that. Nicely done. I mean, it's all random, right? But yeah. Once I am done these 9, I definitely will take a break and make myself a coffee and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Is it the same color? Yeah, you can pick your own, by the way. You can pick one that's close under the settings. A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to stick to the basic colors that they give you options from. Like the one I chose really is like an offshoot of gold that I've picked out of the huge palette of colors. There. Yeah, and just to come back to your question from earlier, Rory, wargaming is a little bit like, you know how we say we're gonna go board gaming, like, you know, it's a whole category of type of gaming, and wargaming is a little different, right? It's a little bit more involved and sorry, and it always involves miniatures of some sort. Now, whether they're ones that you painted yourself or not, it doesn't matter. You know, they sort of all fall under. Okay, I can call you Jasmine. Okay, fair enough. Rory Gaming Bricks is a name that Jasmine uses, or used, or whatever. And didn't it used to be Jazzy Gaming Bricks? But yeah, sure, I'll call you Jasmine. That's not a problem. That's your name. It's the name I gave you. There you go. I am going through a fair bit of Doritos. Those are Doritos. My gosh. There. There. Okay. Yeah, and I've watched the pros, Jasmine, and that's how they do it. Like, you know, you can see their full face when they're like this, and then yeah, you see the top of their head when they're bent over. It's just how it is. We can't move the camera every time. Be nice if we could. But yeah, can you imagine how much of a hassle it would be? Oh, I never even thought to ask Lexi's heart. Do you also stream? Are you a wargaming lady that streams? It don't work. Jasmine, I didn't set it up yet. I still stream but not wargaming, but I am starting to get that set up alongside a rebrand. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've been streaming for like 4 years, and I had a huge 2.5 year break in there. At some point, things were not going well with me. But yeah, let me toss you a follow. That's fantastic. And then one of these days, I'll see. Whoops! I'll see a whole new rebrand. You're looking at a new name? If you want to toss some ideas around, I will gladly. Oh, congratulations! That's awesome. That's nice. Yeah, when you get your first payout, it gets to be interesting. You're like, oh, okay, now I can spend money on some new emotes or animation or whatever, right? It gets pricey, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, thinking about changing it to Bubblefly. Okay. Get it less close to my actual name. Oh, I see. And that's perfectly valid if that's something you want to do. I find most streamers that have something like that's really, really far from their name, in their description down below, if they want to, they'll put down, you know, their actual name, what they would like to be called. And when it's just that, like Bubblefly, that's cool. That's cool. Bubblefly. It's, and if you want to explain its significance, might help me. You know, figure out what it's about. People will ask you, you know, where does your name come from and stuff. So, in my case, the thought of it was a butterfly made of bubbles. S and N close by? No. I have to explain what childress. Oh, I see. Is the name available? Have you checked? That's another question. It's sometimes you can think of a great name. And what I've always recommended all my friends that stream, it's always a good idea to have 3 components to your name. That way, the odds of someone having the exact same name are next to nil, right? So mine is Nick76 Bricks. You will find a Nick76. You will find a Nick Bricks, probably. But you will not find a Nick76 Bricks. So. That's my 2 cents. My friends don't always follow my advice. I'm just thinking of one of my favorite, one of my mods switched her name. She had 3 components, and she switched to 2 components as a name, and that's fine. It's just it's definitely a little bit more, quote unquote, dangerous to have someone else use the same name. And it's nice when you can when on all social media, you know, you can follow that you know, that exact name and that pattern, and not need to add, you know, underscores and at the end or somewhere in the middle. It's because that kind of sucks. It's not something I would like to do. There you go. You know, yeah. And that's the year you were born, and you don't mind sharing and stuff. That's absolutely fantastic. It's a subject of conversation, you know. Oh, yeah. I'm 37. You know, I was born in 1986. So, you know. In my case, I'm 47. That's how... Oh, there you go. That's how I was able to do the math so quickly. It's because it's exactly 10 years off. And I know I'm 47. So that was quick math. Odds are, depending on when your birthday is, odds are you're 37 or you're 36. Soon to be 37 at some point, you know, this year. So, yeah. Good for you. See, that I would highly recommend. You know, that way your name's definitely gonna be unique. It's almost 9. I don't know what time you went to bed, so I would let him sleep. It's not like he needs to do anything. Oh, did anyone in the group say that they wanted to play Magic today? Okay. Right, I do need to take care of that later. Okay. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. There you go, let's bring these guys. There's gonna be 3 more left to do. Okay. Toi, tu peux écrire quelque chose. Y a-t-il quelqu'un qui aimerait jouer à Magic aujourd'hui? Hey, amène-moi ton téléphone, je vais t'aider. Tiens, on est mercredi. Tiens, gars. Est-ce que quelqu'un voudrait jouer à Commander?
Someone said their birthday's in February.
Ah ouais, est-ce que quelqu'un voudrait jouer à Commander aujourd'hui? Tiens.
T'es sûr c'est bien écrit là?
What? Ah, there you go. So yeah. So yeah, you are 37 already. Yeah, February is nice. Okay. All right. 3 more. 3 more. 3 more, then I can take a break. It's a nice objective. Oh my God. Okay. There you go. There. Oh. There you go. Yeah, I can feel the fatigue. I need coffee. But yeah, we're gonna push through. We're push through. We're gonna get this done before we take a break. And just 2 more. Oui? Ouais, je vais en faire un dans quelques minutes là.
Ok.
Pas de trouble. Quelle saveur que t'aimerais?
La poudre là.
La poudre? Ok.
Poudre blanche là.
Tu peux-tu la prendre puis la mettre sur la table, genre? Sur la table de cuisine, comme ça je vais pas oublier. There you go. So my daughter wants a steamy. When I pull myself an espresso, she knows I'm gonna likely, you know. I often pull for 2, and especially since my wife is not here today, she's in the office. Because she's gonna work from home tomorrow. Yeah, she tries to do 50-50. What was I gonna say? Yeah, as the director of HR, it just makes sense. She really has to make an effort to go in the office. There. So, there you go. Vous avez vu un café?
Oui.
Pour vrai?
Oui.
Ok. Tu l'as-tu réveillé?
Hein?
L'as-tu réveillé?
Ben, il était réveillé puis il m'a dit qu'il voulait. Il était dans son lit réveillé.
Okay. So my son wants a coffee. He's 16, so yeah, he can have a coffee. Hey, he drove my car yesterday for the first time. In the parking lot.
Empty parking lot.
Empty parking
T'as pas
lot.
fait comme Tina, comme dans
No.
Bob's Burger, que
Oh,
il y
yeah.
aurait un car, you weren't in the only car in the parking lot.
Yep. You watch Bob's Burgers? Bob's Burgers is a great show. Those kids are definitely neurodivergent. They don't name it. They don't name it on the show, but my God, yes.
Il y a un chat sur ton lit.
All right. Okay. Okay. There you go. So we're done with these goblins for this part anyway. Bet that was stressful for you. Oh? What were we talking about? What was stressful for me? There's a lot of things that stress me out. That shouldn't, and that do. But yeah, no, I'm glad that's done. My gosh. For that first part anyway, right? So. Oh, your son driving a car for the first time? No, not really. It was an empty parking lot. And, yeah, let's say that the first time he stepped on the gas, I was a bit afraid. I told him to stop. I told him, you know, whenever I say stop, you really have to, you know, sort of slam the brakes, because, yeah, it was rough.
We survived.
We survived. Yeah, Jasmine was in the car too. I said, if you want, you can stay on the side of the building and nice and safe. You know.
It's better in the car. Maybe he's gonna run into me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Makes it where I can't drive. I have panic. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
He didn't even move forward. He just pressed the gas.
Yeah, exactly. The first time he just stepped on the gas, he didn't even step forward. He didn't put the car in gear on drive. So anyway, okay. So let me switch to the BRB screen. So yeah, that's my nice little animation. I got made about a year and a half ago. Anyway, I'm gonna leave things here, and I will be back shortly after I make myself a coffee. right, I am back. Now I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do. If I'm what I'm gonna do next with this with those bases, or whether I don't know what was I gonna say. Oh, yeah, whether I'll keep going or not today. Oh, thank you. It's coffee. It's just actually it's a white mochaccino. Oh, thank you. It's second cup. The actual white powder I use is the one from Second Cup. It's the best of all the ones I tried. It's quite nice. I think my son forgot his coffee. Let me check. Forgot his coffee. I just had to let him know. Yeah, now that I'm done this part, I'm half debating whether never enjoy coffee. That's for the best because later in life I found that I have a heart condition and caffeine can actually kill me. Oh my gosh, yeah, we don't want that. We definitely do not want that, so. Small abouts are okay-ish, but like an energy drink is an ER trip. Yeah, okay, I hear you. Those are really bad for everyone, as far as I know. So, yeah, we went through. I'm pretty sure it was half full, so we went through quite a bit of glue. Yep, it's pretty. I got this mat yesterday. I'm quite happy with it. It's one of those self-healing mats. And I thought it was just the perfect size for me to line up. You have a very old version of that mat. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I figured that must be something that's been around a while. But there's also this side. I prefer the red one personally. I think it looks good. It also ensures that my my camera's flipped the right way and everything. So, yeah. Yeah, I got a pimple on my nose. That's the worst. Was passed down to me from a friend who was a mentor to me when I started a hobby. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I guess my mentor is the owner of the shop. He's really nice. His name is David, and he's been very helpful in giving me some advice. But no, actually, my best friend Ollie. My best friend Ollie is probably my mentor in the painting division anyway. He's a relatively new as well at painting, but he's learned quite a bit, and yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. We've got this. There. Yeah, the autofocus is wicked fast on the basic lens. So it's probably what I'm gonna need to do, because this does not focus fast enough. It's slow, but it, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, what I can do here is I'm gonna start putting some of that stuff away. There we go. Yeah, I can bring that back in the kitchen. I don't need a dozen toothpicks. I'm just gonna stick a couple in my box. I've got a nice little handy box with my tools. I'm gonna stick a couple in there. That's all I need. I can bring back the rest in the kitchen. Save me some room in my my drawers. Oh no, let me show you. So this is the stuff I want to do Sylvaneth with. I want to do a mix of that and real rocks and stuff. I don't want only this, because this is just too much. But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna get myself a container lined up for this. There, I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put that here. It's a good, yeah, it's a good spot. Good spot for this, I think. I got my glue. I got this. Oh, there we go. Got my glue here. The glue next to the other glue. Yep. And I've got my little tools. Yep. Oh, rocks. Hang on. Ah, there you go. There you go. So I've got things organized a bit. Bring the desk back up a bit. There. Because this is how I roll. Right. When I'm normally yeah. Why isn't this camera? Yeah, this camera is not meant to go that far. Let me fix that. Like this. There. That's more like it. It's a little weird. I don't know why it went like that. I'm gonna find someone that. Just find someone that's relatively. Okay. I'm finding us a raid target. Yeah. Alright, I found someone. So just bear with me here. Oh, they're bilingual, just like me. Copy. Okay. Okay, Twitch, raid channel. There you go. So without further ado, thanks to everyone that came in, hung out, and we're gonna go ahead and raid someone new. Thanks for sticking around for the raid. It's greatly appreciated.